Hey everybody, what's going on? Short intro. Apologize for being late. We're here. Pittsburgh wins 6-5 in overtime. I thought Buffalo deserved to win that game, quite frankly. I thought they played large portions of that game better than Pittsburgh. You wouldn't know listening to the announcers, but feel bad for the youngest team in the NHL by age is the Buffalo Sabres. And the oldest team in the NHL by age is the Pittsburgh Penguins. So, bummer that they couldn't get it done. But Pittsburgh wins. Good on him. Malkin gets his 500th career goal, and Sidney Crosby gets his 1600th career point, fifth fastest in the NHL. Pretty cool. Biz cashed it on his parlay for TNT, so you had Sid to get a point, Malkin to get a goal, and Pittsburgh to win. So you got them all. How's everybody doing tonight? Good? Rico,
Good.
You haven't hit the goal scoring prop yet for Kopitar.
No.
The other games are too early, I'm assuming.
Well, I did have Zucker as well. I figured he played the Pittsburgh Penguins before, so I thought he'd pop one in too. But that was a bad beat, man. I thought Buffalo was going to win that game. I mean,
yeah,
that's just a lot of shots, no defense being played. I mean, it's
Buffalo I think they lead the league in missed shots. Like they lead the league in shots not on target. They have got to get it where they're hitting the net there. I mean, they really needed to put some they needed to put some solid pressure on. I mean, they got Jari out 3 goals and 5 shots, and then they just couldn't hit the net. Or when they did hit the net, I didn't think the shot was that challenging for Bloomquist. So
yeah. But the Leafs won. Matthews got on the board, and he got his first of the year. I know the running joke was Gustafsson has more goals than Connor McDavid and Austin Matthews combined.
Well, that game's not over.
Goalie goal.
That game's not over. Yeah.
No, it's 6-2 Leafs now.
Yeah, that game's not over, but 2 minutes left, so you still have time to hit the Bobby McMahon. Biz keeps calling him Bobby McMatthews, huh? 2 goals tonight. Matthews has a 3-point night. Marner has a 3-point night. Tavares is on the board. Willie Nylander has 2 points. I tell you what, man, this Leaf team looks so good under Berube. They're playing so defensively responsible. I thought I tried to watch some of the game, and it was basically a bore after the second period. It was 4-0. They just were doing really well. I'm actually surprised they let him back in. I'm sure they'll be a little disappointed, but you gotta love Stolarz. Again, they're getting goaltending from these guys that it's. You don't have to rush Wall. Stolarz is good. Hildeby is good. They're playing sound in front. I mean, we're not hearing Tanev's name on the score sheet, but that's not his game. I mean, what was he tonight? Max Domi was a +3 with 2 assists. McMahon was a +3 with 2 goals. That line was great. Oliver Ekman-Larsson, 2 assists, a +2. Jake McCabe, 2 assists, a +3. Tanev was actually a -1, but Morgan Riley gets on the board. First Leaf defenseman to score this year. I know they weren't getting a ton from their back end. I like their depth. How did Liljegren look to you? I know this was his first action in. What did you see?
He looked all right. He wasn't making mistakes. He was moving the puck. He's playing a little bit of confidence, playing like a guy that knows he's probably going to be traded. So probably just in the back of his mind, just try not to make any mistakes and stand out a bit. But man, you're missing the story that's all over Toronto radio today about Tavares has got something in common with Russell Brand. Did you hear this?
No. Dude,
so there's this thing that Tavares, Russell Brand are endorsing. I know there's a guy from the UFC, Chandler from the UFC, and then RJ Barrett from the Raptors is also endorsing it too. But there's this thing that they're selling the same mystery. It's called an amulet, and they pass off as having healing properties that also protect you from like Wi-Fi, and is backed by people who believe in mind control and stuff. And this, all of a sudden, Tavares has bought this thing. Apparently, it's like $350. I never read too much into it, and like if it attaches to you at all time, which it sounds like it does, but it's something that has some healing properties and protects you from like Wi-Fi and stuff. And it's funny that the Fan 590 is the one that I heard it from, and they're like a media tech company. They're like, we're all in danger here. But yeah, if you look,
they won't apparently.
Amulet.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I know the amulet thing. I saw somebody go, it's funny that Russell Brand is doing a commercial for this. Yeah, he's wearing a wireless mic to do the commercial. Mm-hmm. So if you're worried about all that stuff, yeah, I mean, it's funny to me that a lot of these people that are endorsing controversial things are have been named in like sexual harassment things. I don't know. Like,
yeah, I don't know. They were talking about it all day on the Fan 590, man. This amulet thing, like they were just getting tired of even bringing the word up. They were talking about it so much.
Kipper and Bourne, I missed the show today. Did they talk about it?
Oh yeah. And okay. Nikki was all over it, like, what the hell? Like, okay, and then Tavares said it heals him or whatever too, but then he's out with illness. But then the other guy says, well, maybe that's why he's back so quick. And they're like, hey, and Nikki's like, hey, well, Tavares says it helps him like deal with recovery and stuff. Then it's supposed to be about Wi-Fi, radiation, all this stuff. So like, what the hell is it supposed to do? Is it a gimmick? Tavares.
Tim, when are you getting yours, Tim? When are you buying yours, Tim? I just like, I think there's some merit to some of that stuff, like with cell phones and shit. Definitely there's
the wife's got the new iPhone, and she told me earlier that there's a setting on the iPhone that tells you shouldn't hold it up to your ear for so long, or you should have it away from your body by a certain distance and stuff. So
yeah, I mean, look, I get these big tech companies want to make a ton of money, but they're also not trying to kill the clients. Like they want, like they want to make the money, right? So did Sabrina Ionescu hit a 3 to win the game with 1 second left in the WNBA? Pearlo, are you watching the WNBA? By the way,
I'm not. I forgot it was on.
The WNBA right now this is the finals, is beating the NHL in ratings. And this is a problem, and I'll tell you why. And guys, we have to talk about this. It's because of these regional blackouts, man. People can't watch their effing teams. Like, I just was talking to Rick Smith the other night. He lives in Ontario. He couldn't watch the Oilers or the Ottawa Kings game. It was in Ottawa. He lives in the GTA. Like, what are we doing? Like, what's going on in Canada, Rico? Like, I know you got your thing. Don't broadcast it on the show. But like,
no.
I mean, not every hockey fan's going to do what you've done.
No. I mean, I guess just a center ice package or whatever, and just buy it from your service provider. And
I have to tell you, when I had DirecTV and I had the hockey package, I got the NHL Network. So I didn't have any blackouts from the games that were on the NHL Network. 2, no games were blacked out. If you had the center ice, you got to watch the games. If you lived in a city that had the game and it didn't sell out, that game could potentially have blacked out. But that was not, and I know Colorado had a lot of problems because altitude or whatever, but like, just give me a break. You are hurting the fans. The blackouts are garbage. We all know this. No team sells out half the time anymore. There's 15 teams a week don't sell out. Not going to sell out a Tuesday game. Anaheim and Utah, not going to sell out. Sorry, Honda Center, not going to sell out. It's just not. Okay. They get good. Yes. Okay. But it is just unbelievable. Tim says the moment we went to U.S. cable suppliers, we were bleeped. Yeah, Tim, I get that.
And only 20,000 max can
Right.
fit in an arena. It's not like they're trying to make people go to the game. There's a lot more than 20,000 people that are trying to watch the game, and they're not always able to get there. I mean, even though they're fans of the team, they got to make it accessible for everybody.
Well, you're just hurting your fan base that like will watch the games if they're available. So why not make them available? It makes no sense to me. NHL, I know we have one Brian McGonigal, RA, he's been on this forever. It's just ridiculous. They're making less money and you're getting less fans because people can't watch the shit. What are you doing? NHL.
Do you know why they're doing it? It's the owners. If you're going to blame anybody, blame the owners.
Pearlo, it doesn't matter. They're losing money because of this. They're losing money. If you can't watch the games on TV, well,
the owners,
they are idiots.
Don't give a crap about the TV rights during the regular season. They want people to come in and watch the game. So it's not really the owners. They need to give the owners more TV rights, and then they'll do something. It's the owners going, that's the pittance you're going to give me for TV rights? Okay, fine, block it out then. Too bad. I need people to come to watch the games. And if they can watch it on TV, there's less likely that they're going to come watch the game. So it's not really the owners, it's the league not giving the owners enough of the TV rights for them to figure it's worth it to not block it out. So it's the league in a sense, because it's not worth it to the owners to do that. The owners aren't losing any money. The owners are not losing any money. They're not.
They are.
The TV rights for the regular season for owners of the team are way too low. Way too low. So that's the reason why you have teams going. Say, well, this
Tim says they take the cash from the rights, but they didn't see the cable suppliers ready to chop up the pie. That's very true, Tim.
You see teams that wait to the bitter end to rebuild. That's why, because the money that they make is in the playoffs. They get huge TV rights in the playoffs.
Well, and they're not paying the players.
Season, they get nothing. So that's
so Isaac says enough for regulation tomorrow. Was there any other hockey news you guys wanted to talk about tonight, guys? Because I'm not going to go down this road. It's just, we're not going to solve it.
No, I forgot to mention last night, Jackson Blake got his first goal from there. Carolina.
Yeah.
I forgot
I'm telling you, man, people are sleeping on Carolina's youth movement, man. Speaking of an owner that doesn't spend a ton of money, but so tomorrow we have a lot of games. We have 1, 2, 3, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 games on tomorrow. 11. So let's get right to it. Stars Caps. I saw our friend Dominic was talking about that. Andrew is like, Rico Leafs babe. How are the Avalanche going to go another offseason without getting another goalie is my question. Doug, they might get one this year. I mean, let's see how it's going. They're losing to Boston right now, 1-0, by the way. What do you guys like in that? Capitals are plus 120 home dog. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of the Capitals in this game. I know the Stars are undefeated, but I thought the Capitals played a really good game.
And Dallas has been playing a lot of hockey as well, too. I know they're 4-0. The Caps only played 2 games. Again, Dallas played 4. So, I mean, this might be a spot for Washington coming off a big win as well, too. So
I'm taking the Caps at plus 120. That's too good of money for a team that played a heck of a game last night. They beat Vegas. Vegas is not a bad team. Vegas is a very good team.
Yeah, and also like Matt Dumba's lower body, he's out, and Sagan's still day to day as well too. So just watch the injury front for Dallas. You might get good value on taking Washington there, especially with the games played.
Yeah, I forgot about Dumba's injury. Thank you, Rico, for reminding me. So our friend,
I don't know what Dallas
friend in the chat. Go ahead, Pearlo. Say who you're saying. Go.
I said I don't know what Dallas is going to do without Dumba. They're done for sure.
Well, he's been
They're
playing.
done by Pearlo. They're
Well,
done.
he's been playing in their top pair with Heiskanen. So, I mean, have you watched him? Okay, he's been playing in the top player with him. So, okay. So, Pearlo likes Dallas.
It's a bad spot for Dallas though, because they got to go from San Jose all the way to Washington, and then right after that they got to go to Edmonton. So they're going out east, playing Washington after playing in San Jose.
No, Edmonton is going
fly
to
over to Edmonton. So it is a bad spot for Dallas. So I would leave.
Edmonton is going to Dallas.
What's that?
Edmonton is playing in Dallas.
No, they're playing in Edmonton. They're going.
No, they are not. No, they are not. The Edmonton Oilers on Saturday, the 19th, is in Dallas.
It's in Dallas.
Really? So yes. Daily face-off is screwed up then.
I think, Pearlo, I think you mentioned last night that you thought this Boston-Colorado game was in Boston tonight too. So maybe
must be looking at it wrong, dude.
Maybe the site you're looking.
So, anyways, it doesn't matter. Even if they're going home, it's still a bad spot. It's still a bad spot. It doesn't
Edmonton's
matter.
Looked phenomenal.
Going all the way east and then coming back home to play Edmonton. So it's a bad spot for Dallas.
It's not a back-to-back. They're playing tomorrow, which is Thursday.
I know it's not a back-to-back
until Saturday.
What I'm saying is they played against San Jose at home. Then now they got to go all the way to play against Washington, which they don't really care if they win that as much if they win that game or not. So now we're going and then come all the way back home and play against Edmonton again. It's a bad spot.
Well, let's talk about the games that are happening fucking tomorrow. And you are taking the Caps then?
Yeah, I'm leaning the Capitals. It's a bad spot.
Next game. Flyers at Kraken. Flyers at Seattle. Flyers are plus 114 at Seattle. I like the Flyers in this one. Who do you like, Rico?
Yeah, I mean, you'll probably get good value on Philly. Tortorella's wants to get that team going in the right direction on the road. So, yeah, might not be a bad spot for Philly.
Pearlo, who do you think in Flyers Kraken?
Yeah, they just had not really much on that game. I'd probably go leading the over. That's about all I would do on that one.
Over is 6.
Yeah.
6. Okay. Next game, Canucks Panthers. Canucks are in Florida. Now remember, Florida, this side of Florida didn't get hit bad with the hurricane. They didn't have any.
Oh, I love Vancouver. Love Vancouver in this spot.
Okay.
They see 0-1-2 to start the year. Panthers played a couple spirited games against the Bruins, I think, and Barkov, Kachuk. I think Vancouver, being from the West Coast, Florida, not a game you'd think you'd get up for, but just a solid road victory, I think, for Vancouver. So I'll look at the Canucks here.
Wouldn't be a fucking show if my dogs didn't fucking bark.
Yeah, that's why we love them, man. I got cats in the screen too, so that's what makes us us.
Pearlo, who do you like here? Canucks Panthers. I wouldn't touch this game.
I'd take Florida. I still think Florida will win that game, even though it's 3 games in 4 nights. I just Lankinen in net for Vancouver, and I just haven't liked what I've seen from Vancouver so far this year. So.
Yeah, I've heard a couple of goaltending experts, to include Valaket, say they think Lankinen will actually be okay, but I totally understand that. Florida has been Florida. I mean, and the Canucks don't have a win in regulation yet. So, but I do like what Rico said too. I could see it either way. It's why I'm not touching the game. Pearlo, why don't you kick us off with Devils Senators? Senators are a plus 100 home dog. I've actually liked what I've seen from the Senators so far.
Yeah, I have, but coming off a loss against Carolina, I think New Jersey's going to be balls out here. And who's going to be Markstrom against that? If it was all Mark, I would look more towards Ottawa, but Forsberg is looked shaky as hell that last game.
Well, Allmark didn't play last game.
No, I
got him listed in today with a muscle strain, by the way.
Forsberg. If Allmark's in, I'll give a little bit to Ottawa. But if it's Forsberg again, I mean, he did not look good. That
Boston just scored again. It's 2-1.
Oh, sweet. Good, because I got the over and Boston in that game.
Well, I think we're about to hit the.
So I would sort of lean New Jersey, but you can make a case for Ottawa too. I want to see Ottawa play a little more to see if they're going to be consistent. Like right now, they look like a pretty inconsistent team. So
IceX likes the Devils -1.5. Yeah, we'll see. I've liked what I've seen from the Senators. Again, I think that Ottawa's already got to have buyer's remorse with Ullmark. Valakent said the guy doesn't like to play back-to-backs. He likes to play when he feels healthy. It's already day-to-day. He's played 2 games for him. That's a little bit concerning to me. Rico, Devils Senators for you, buddy.
Yeah, I don't mind Ottawa on this spot. I think the Devils, this will be like 5 games in 8 nights or something crazy like that to start the year.
Yeah, they played 6 already.
Yeah, so I don't mind Ottawa on this spot. They're at home, coming off that 8-7 overtime win to the Kings. I think they'll just try to get their structure back in this game. I don't think you're going to see a 15-goal performance from both teams here. You might see another over, though. I mean, New Jersey, Ottawa, could see another high-scoring game here, but I think Ottawa wins this one.
Yeah, over/under in that is 6.5, by the way. So yeah, and Andrew likes the over. Golden Knights at Lightning. Golden Knights are a road dog. What do you think, Rico? Over/under 6.
It's tough game, man. I don't mind Tampa in this spot at home. I mean, they're coming off a 4-1 win against Vancouver. They're riding high. They're going on the road.
IceX says on the road after this. Maybe.
Yeah. It could be, but I don't mind those teams, their last game at home too. Sometimes before they jump on the plane, they want to finish off a good team before the boys take the flight up to Canada. So I don't mind Tampa laying the money with them, but Vegas, what's their schedule here? They go to Florida basically Saturday night. So that might be a look-ahead game against the Panthers rematch of the Stanley Cup Saturday night in Florida. So this might be a bit of a look-ahead spot for Vegas. So I think I'd back the Lightning here.
Pearlo, what do you like, Lightning or Golden Knights?
Yeah, first of all, I didn't realize it's right. He's right. That's 5 games in 7 nights for New Jersey. So give me Ottawa. That's too many games. So sorry about that. But yeah, it could be a look ahead spot for Vegas here. But they're coming off a loss as well. That's gonna be a tight game. Yep. Give me the under in that game. I like the under.
6. Under 6, okay. That's the DraftKings odds, by the way. I don't know what you're getting for bet.
I think that's going to be a tight. That's going to be a tight game. I think so.
Yeah. Okay. Kings at Montreal. Montreal's a home dog plus 105. Pearlo, why don't you kick that one off? Over under 6.
I'm going to take a shot at Montreal here. The Kings' defense has been really absolutely deplorable. And did they have Kemper in against? No. They had no.
Kemper's hurt right now.
Kemper's hurt right now.
Yeah.
And Copley came in. Copley came in for the 3rd
tonight.
So I don't know if they're going to go back to Rittich or if they're going to go to Copley. But they played a lot of hockey.
Yeah, he played the 3rd.
Yeah, they played a lot of hockey to start out here, so I would take a slight leaning to Montreal in that one.
Yeah, I'll take a flyer on the Kings here. That's unfortunate. I don't know what's going on at their arena. I think they're doing some sort of renovation there because they're
7
starting
games on the road. They start the season. Yeah.
I mean, that sucks. But this is the last one out east. This is the last one in Canada. They got a long flight to Anaheim after this. So again, the boys are.
They can go home for the Anaheim game. That's basically a home game.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is the boys want to fly across the country on a good note. So I think they just take care of business in Montreal, play a good road game, enjoy the flight across the country with the team, get your stuff back together, and And I think LA wins in
Back to
Metro.
back, though, too, though. Back to back, right? I mean, playing the Leafs tonight. I mean, at least they did everything not great tonight. They know what to do. Just don't play like they did tonight.
Another reason. Yeah, you just got peppered 6-2. There's no way you're getting beaten Montreal again tomorrow night before you fly across.
Montreal wins 6-5.
Yeah,
It's
probably
another
a
one
good
of those.
draw spot. It's actually probably a good draw. I could see a draw there. I could see it. LA will at least want to get a point out of that one. So I could.
Okay.
Not a bad draw.
I like this one. Sabres at Blue Jackets. Somebody's got to win. I like the Blue Jackets here. Plus 114. Sabres are on a back-to-back. Over under 6.5. Probably like the over. What do you think, Rico?
Yeah, a lot of energy exerted in Pittsburgh tonight for Buffalo. A lot of high shots, a lot of high tempo game, just back and forth. These guys will be tired. I think the Blue Jackets sitting at home after their home opener. They never traveled anywhere. I wouldn't mind taking a flyer with the Blue Jackets here too.
Well, and they're going to be disappointed they ended up losing that game to Florida, and they could have, they played good enough to win it. They just couldn't keep the puck out of it. So, Pearlo, what do you think here? I like the Blue Jackets.
Going the opposite. Is it a 6 or 6.5?
6.5.
No, I'm going to go the under here. I think Levi is a special young goaltender. And, I think the Sabres may have a little legs problem, but I think Columbus is going to have a hard time getting pucks past Levi. And the Sabres will still play hard because even after that loss, they're going to be playing hard on the stick. They should be anyways. And so I would actually go towards the under here at 6.5.
And it sucks to see Boone Jenner out 5 to 6 months too.
Yeah, I mean that franchise between the Johnny Gaudreau thing and the, they just cannot.
Your captain going down. I mean,
yeah, I mean it sucks not having him, and he's a good player. So yeah, I mean it's awful that he's not in the lineup for them. Because then you just got guys playing out of position. You got guys who should be second and third line guys playing first.
And Voronkov too. Voronkov's going to be out a while as well.
Yeah,
he was another good young player for them.
Yeah, it's just been brutal for them.
Yeah, but Columbus rally around their home fans. I mean, they got a lot of good support there. They got a good team. They still got good players. I mean, I'll back Columbus at home.
They're missing Boone Jenner, Voronkov, Goodbranson, and say what you want to about Goodbranson. He's a nasty player to play against. Yeah, he's not fast, but he's he's one of those guys. He's going to chop you in the arms if you try getting into the net and stuff.
Well, and he'll get the matchup at home too, so they'll match him up against the opposing players that he can chop up.
Gavin Brindley, I didn't know if he was going to make the team or not. Danforth and Dumas. So they're missing a lot of guys. And Buffalo has Nick Aubrey-Kubel out. So, I like Nick Aubrey-Kubel. He's a good fourth line guy, but okay. Rangers at Red Wings. Boy, the Red Wings stink. They just aren't good. Pearlo was on this right away. Pearlo, you were on this. I have to give you credit. You did not think the Red Wings were going to be a playoff team. I've already waived Husso, sent him down to the minors. Rangers are good. I don't know how you know. The over-under 6.5. I like the under, and I like the Rangers. Pearlo, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, because Detroit's not going to score enough. The Rangers would have to blow them out. So I don't mind the under there. Definitely the Rangers. I hate to say it, but sooner or later, the light's got to shine on Stevie Y here. I mean, this team is just poorly put together.
So this team played each other Monday, and the Rangers won 4-1.
Yeah.
So,
and I don't. You could say it's a revenge spot, but I just don't think Detroit has enough cohesion to revenge anything. It's a very weird It's poorly put together team. So I can only go the Rangers. Apparently, Quick is going to be in that one against whoever is going to be in that. That's the other thing. Detroit has no goaltender.
Well, Detroit's already named Cam Talbot's already confirmed for Detroit.
Okay,
And I think the Rangers are looking ahead to the Leafs Saturday night. Then they go to Montreal right after that.
They've got Shesterkin down as the starter, I think. So
yeah, nobody's confirmed yet for the Rangers, but Detroit's already confirmed Cam Talbot. I don't mind Detroit in this spot, to be honest with you. I might not take them, but if you have to tell me to take a team right now, and of course the Rangers are favored.
You're getting plus 124 with the Red Wings. So if you want to win money, I guess.
I think the Rangers are going through Detroit. Detroit might try for a little payback, play a little hard, but then the Rangers know they're going to Hockey Night in Canada and Toronto 2 days later. So it might be a little low, but they've already confirmed their goalie, Cam Talbot. So I always look at that whenever they confirm a goalie nice and early, too. It just means they're preparing, they're trying to practice together, and it's just getting a goalie in the right mindset. Coming off a 4-1 loss, Detroit, it's a must-win, I think, early in the year.
What odds can I get?
I actually, now that you mentioned that, I like the under even more than.
They hit the under the last time they played. I definitely take the under. I'm with Doug. I'm with all of you on the under. I like the under. So, Islanders, Blues. In St. Louis. How about this? Philip Broberg has a point in all 4 games he's played for the St. Louis Blues. I'm sorry for laughing. Edmonton fans. Blues are missing a ton of people, though. Nick Leddy, Sundqvist, Juracek, Texier, Sam Robertson, and we know about Krug. He's out for the season. So they got a lot of injuries. Sundqvist and Leddy are day-to-day, though. They could be back. The Islanders aren't missing anybody. I'd like the Islanders went in and spanked freaking Colorado. Looked good to me. Brock Nelson's having another good year. By the way, Utah-Anaheim is 1-1. And Utah's on the power play. I've not been paying attention to that game.
Oh, I should turn it over to that game.
Yeah, it's on intermission for the.
I got Utah to win this one.
Yeah,
Utah, and I got Boston and the over in that one, and that's looking pretty good. So could be a really good day.
So what do you got? What do you got? What do you got here? Blues
I think St. Louis needs this game coming off a couple losses against Vegas and the Wild, because then you're home to the Hurricanes and the Jets after this, and you go to
those are better teams than the St. Louis, though, don't you think? I would say, yeah. Those are terrible.
The Islanders just beat the Avalanche 6-2, but that's not saying a whole lot. So
because the Avalanche.
This is a tough game. Yeah, this could be a draw, could be low scoring, could be a 2-2 game. Maybe somebody squeaks it out 3-2 in the third period, but it may go to overtime. If there's a draw on the board, I'd probably take this one.
Okay. Pearlo, who do you like here?
I just don't like St. Louis's team. I really don't. And I know that they came out a little hot, out skating a couple teams that were on their first game of the season, but I don't think that's going to happen too often for St. Louis. I still say St. Louis is going to be in the bottom 7 in the league at the end of the year. So I'm going to take the Islanders. Utah scored.
Oh, on the power play.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Barrett Hayton, that Hayton kid is really coming out flying after having a lot of injuries. You saw
it before I did. So yeah, I don't know what the goalie was complaining about there. That's a clean goal. Probably just upset he let a goal on. Yep, Utah 2-1. Oilers at Predators. Over under 6.5. One win team versus a team that does not have a win.
I think Nashville gets her win here.
Yeah, I like Nashville too. There's no favorite in this game. That's how bad the Oilers are playing.
It's a pick'em.
It's a pick'em. It's Oilers are minus 118 and the Preds are minus 102. There's no favorite. Ibrahim, and I am Barat. Thanks for joining us on Instagram. Appreciate you.
This is my draw on the board. I think this is a draw.
Yeah, okay. I mean, you'll also have to bet every game. I mean, that's
right.
you want to make
it's hard to be hard to judge when Nashville will get all the pieces together after all the movement that they had early. I've been betting against them, but this could be the spot, I suppose. It's going to be interesting to watch the game, that's for sure. It's going to be an interesting.
Nashville's not missing really anybody, and Edmonton doesn't have any. I mean, Yarventi and Kane. We know Kane. He's not going to be back for.
Saros hasn't looked good. I mean, Skinner hasn't looked good. The defense hasn't looked good either.
So the Nashville Predators are 29th in goals scored. The Edmonton Oilers are 31st. In goals allowed, the Edmonton Oilers are 30th. In goals allowed, Nashville is 27th. The goal differential, the Edmonton Oilers are the worst. Nashville is 30th. In power play percentage, Edmonton is 23 in the league. Nashville is 27. In PIMS, Nashville is 5th. And Edmonton is 25th. Edmonton does, even though last night they took a lot of bad penalties, they haven't taken that many. Save percentage, Edmonton is 31st. Nashville is 30th. This game screams a 10 to 11. I don't know, man.
Maybe an over,
Face-off percentage, Edmonton is 2nd in the league, and Nashville is 1st. Nashville is 1st in the league, so they do that well. They both take face-offs well. So that's good. That's a good sign.
But maybe an over. Maybe an over. I don't see them. Yeah,
Doug likes the over.
If it's a 6 or something like that, I'd probably
6.5.
Go
6.5.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know. I don't like that game. That's all.
Yeah. I mean, neither team has looked good. I mean, Edmonton had to get like their goalie to interfere with a player and then start a fake fight with said player to get their minds back in the game against the Flyers. I loved what I saw from Philly. Mishkov is special, bro. That guy was everywhere. I was like, wow. Sharks and Blackhawks last. Oh, Rico, you didn't give Preds Oilers. Who do you like?
Yeah, I said Preds.
Okay. Sharks Blackhawks. Sharks are a +1.8. I think Sharks are still missing Celebrini too. Oh no.
And William Eklund.
So they're missing Chemishov, Carlson, Couture, Celebrini, Vlasic, Mukamabadulin, and Bordelot. No, I think Eklund's in. He must be okay, Rico. He's not listed. And really, Chicago's missing Leshinov and Levshinov and Brossois. So it sucks. One's a goalie. He probably could use a spell, but neither team's. I like the under. That's a good one for this one. Under for these teams, right?
Yeah, and that's Chicago's home opener off a road trip. I'll take San Jose to sneaky 4-2 win.
Oh, really? With the plus money, +160 is enough for you to throw a dime on there, huh?
Yeah, take San Jose, team off a long road trip, trying to get their legs back. First game back home.
Well, San Jose's not home. It's in Chicago.
Yeah, but Chicago has been on the road since the start of the year, so this is their first game back home.
Yeah, that's their home.
And San Jose played Dallas pretty tight in that last game, so I don't mind taking the Stars on the road.
Yeah, I've not hated what I've seen from the Stars or the Sharks. They've done. I mean, I haven't watched a ton of their games, but they've looked good. What do you think, Pearlo? Last game of the night here, Sharks and Blackhawks, because I did pick Seattle. This is going to be a late game too, but we already did that one.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be Mrazek against Blackwood. Without Celebrini, I would just take Bedard stuff. Bedard overshots, Bedard to score 2 goals or something like that. The Sharks really are weak up the middle, so Bedard should have a field day. in that regard. So I would just take Bedard props. I don't see anybody on San Jose that's going to be able to contain him, defense or on offense. So
That's true. He'll get the matchups at home, man.
yeah, he'll get the matchups at home. So he should be
Maybe
able
we get
to
a Connor Bedard. What's the odds you get a Connor Bedard hat trick?
Yeah, I'd
What is
play
that?
that. I'd play that. His home opener, might as well. You get big plus money for it. Throw a couple shekels at it at least. But
Yeah. Okay, boys. Final thoughts. Let's go to final thoughts. Not a ton of news today. Sid hits 1,600 and Malkin hits 500.
Ohtani just hit a dinger.
Oh, did he?
Oh, yeah. 7-0.
nice.
That was a 3-run shot to ice it.
Is it getting it late early for the Mets in this game?
Oh, yeah. It's the 8th inning. It's done.
Oh, yeah. 7-0. Yeah. It's getting late early for the Mets. I saw Lindor was up with the bases loaded and Walker Buehler struck him out. I was like, oh, well, looks like the Dodgers are going to be okay in this one. So Avs could be 0-4. Avi is loving Avi's in late to give hype to the Bruins. Yeah, dude, I don't know what's a bigger surprise, the Avs being ass or Edmonton being terrible. I mean, it goes to show you, man, you can see it's crazy, man. Anyway, finish your thoughts. Sorry.
My final thoughts is I took at plus 750. I took the Oilers to miss the playoffs before the season started. So,
I thought it was 800. You've been telling people it's 800.
Is it 800? 750, 800, something.
That's what you said. Like yesterday, as early as yesterday.
No, I'd have to. Yeah. But anyways, yeah, I took them to miss the playoffs. So everybody thought they were going to be such a great team this year, and I just didn't see it. These top heavy teams is tough. It's a tough go out there for top heavy teams in this league right now.
I just wonder if you have two players, and to caveat in what you're saying, Pearlo, because you've been frozen. Your face has been frozen for the last 20 minutes.
Has
it? Yeah, it's all good, man. You haven't moved. We can hear you great, but your face hasn't moved. Yes, dude.
He's training to be a mime.
I'm not looking because I'm looking at all the stats and everything. I wasn't
ventriloquist, Rico.
What the hell happened to
that? Well, you're killing it as a ventriloquist because your mouth is shut.
It's not like my face is going to draw more viewers to the freaking channel. Right?
No, it's fine, man. We just need to get your opinions. Yeah, bro.
Pittsburgh sent Rutger McGroarty down, eh?
I did see that. I was gonna maybe reach out to Armdog. He wasn't calling the game tonight because it was on TNT. But I was like, dude has a day off for the first time. So keeping his straight face while saying top heavy over and over. That's from the wife in the chat. Oh, Perlo's gone. All right. Well, anyway, that's a good way to end the show anyway. We'll see you tomorrow. We will not have a show Friday afternoon. We'll not have a 10 p.m. show Friday. I've got a friend in town. So no show Friday. Appreciate all you guys. Have a great night. Peace.